Politicians playing semantic games with our mission to Iraq. I'm Brian Lilly with the Rebel Top Media. We all heard the great news last week. A Canadian sniper set a new world record, taking out some ISIS scumbag that was looking to blow up Iraqi forces in Mosul from 3.5 kilometers away. Smashes the previous world record of about 2.4 kilometers, held by a Brit. In fact, Canadians now hold 3 of the top 5 sniper kills in the world in terms of distance. I think that's fantastic, something to be celebrated, something for our military to be proud of. Now, I'm going to do something odd here. I'm going to agree with both Justin Trudeau and NDP leader Tom Mulcair before I point out where they're wrong. Justin Trudeau said that the kill should be celebrated, that we should be proud of our ISIS fighters, and he's right. He made those comments while dodging another question, though. Is this a combat mission?
Defense of our coalition partners is something that is expected of Canada, and quite frankly, Canadians expect of themselves, even in an advise and assist capacity. And what happened there is, first of all, something to be celebrated for the excellence of the Canadian forces in their training and their performance of their duties, but also something to be understood as being entirely consistent with what Canada is expected and Canadians expect our forces to be doing.
Trudeau refuses to say that having someone take out an ISIS scumbag at 3.5 kilometers is combat. He says this is defensive, it's advise and assist. Well, this is where Tom Mulcair is right. Trudeau's right on celebrating the kill. Mulcair, he's not so sure, although in his letter I do want to point out, he said, "Let me take the opportunity to acknowledge the excellent capabilities of our Canadian forces. Canadians can be confident in the skill and expertise of our men and women in uniform, places them among the best in the world." But then he's got a series of questions for the Prime Minister, having pointed out that the Prime Minister, while he was in opposition and even after, said that Canadians wouldn't engage in combat. Mulcair writes, "Given this information and what we know about the media recent sniper fire through media reports, the following questions merit immediate, clear answers from you as Prime Minister. Will you now confirm that Canadian troops have engaged in ground combat since your government took office? Why have you not declared that the current military operation is now a combat mission? Why has there been no debate in the House of Commons regarding this change of mission? Has your definition of combat changed since forming government? If not, how do you explain breaking a clear campaign commitment to end combat operations in Iraq?" Mulcair is absolutely right. Now, where I differ from Mulcair is, I believe we should be doing combat. In fairness to Trudeau, the previous Conservative government refused to acknowledge that we were doing combat, even while we were running bombing missions over ISIS positions in Iraq. For some reason, government officials don't want to acknowledge that what we're doing is fighting ISIS on the ground, in the air, however we can, and we should be. These guys want to live in a 7th century world, and they want to take us all with them. I say we send them there, bond them back into the 7th century existence that they so desire, and let them figure it out. But what we don't need to do is pander to sensibilities about whether it's combat, whether it's not. It clearly is. And when it comes to combat, Canadian troops, as evidenced by this sniper kill of 3.5 kilometers, are some of the best in the world. Our politicians need to get over worrying about how people will feel about killing ISIS scumbags, because there is no reason to ever feel bad about that. If you like the Rebel video you just watched, make sure you never miss another one. Again, click here to subscribe.